Welcome to the Manifesting Millions podcast, where we talk about manifestation, money, and practical guidance to creating your dream reality. My name is Amy Van Meel, and I am an experienced coach and transformation guide, obsessed with helping you get out of your own way and create a life that blows your mind each day you wake up. My goal in this podcast is to share practical manifestation, self-awareness, and growth techniques in real talk conversations. So if you're ready to massively transform your reality, your finances, your relationships, and your overall enjoyment of life, you are in the right place. I am absolutely delighted that you're here with me today, babe. Let's get into it. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to the Manifesting Millions podcast. We've got some juicy drops coming for you this week. I'm so freaking excited. I've got lots of content queued up for you this week. In particular, today is a big friggin' day because today's the day the doors to Wealthy as Fuck are officially open. OMG, I'm so excited. I've had this on the calendar for months. I have been posting about it and preparing for it and writing the emails and thinking about the content, and it's so delightful that it's officially here. Now, even though I'm really excited about that, I'm like, yay, the doors are open. You're not necessarily listening to this episode because I'm excited, right? I mean, maybe there's a little bit of you that's like, hey, what's she got going on? But I'm going to guess that you're listening, you're still listening, because there's something inside of you that's been looking for something more, desiring for something bigger, and maybe a longing that has been calling your name. And I want to touch on that a little bit today, because that is something that I so deeply understand, and I think that it is absolutely something that we want to think about to honor the first day of the Wealthy as Fuck doors being open. I will share with you a little bit more about the actual program itself nearer to the end. If you want in right away, you're like, Amy, stop talking, just show me the things. The URL is in the show notes for you. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about that longing that's been calling your name, because like I said, that's something that I so deeply understand. Money has been calling my name for decades, and I'm absolutely not exaggerating here. Like so many of us, I didn't grow up with money. I grew up in rural Manitoba, in the heart of a farming community. My childhood days were spent tearing around our farmyard or exploring the mysteries of the pastures a mile from our house. There was a time I got lost and thought, I'm never going to make it back home, only to realize I was like literally about a quarter mile from our laneway and totally fine and completely safe. When I was 13, my parents split when I was away at camp for the first time. And when this happened, I was thrown headlong into a decades-long struggle between my mother and my father, each of them bringing their own trauma to the divorce and then bearing down their own stories of money, especially the lack of it, to myself and my siblings. When I was 21, I moved to the big city, headed on over to Winnipeg, Manitoba to go to university. And I spent 4 years broker than a joke while I worked a part-time job with my full-time studies. And I scraped every dollar I could to pay for rent and utilities and school supplies and food. And this isn't a look how far I come story. That's not at all what I'm here to tell you about. I tried to do all the right things with money. I tried to follow the advice and do what all the experts were telling me. I tried to build wealth. I tried to follow the steps. I tried to, execute on the advice that they were telling me. The problem was there wasn't any extra to work with. So I could either start investing or buy milk. I could either go into debt in the name of student loans and credit card limits, or I could starve. I finished after 4 years with a degree, a crap ton of student loan debt, and a credit card that was so close to maxed out, I couldn't see how I would ever get ahead. And on top of all of that, I had years under my belt of beating myself up for being a financial failure. So I promised myself that I would figure it out. And when I figured it out, whatever it was, I'd share what I learned with others. I have a firm no woman left behind mantra in my life. Now, this wasn't a quick lesson to be sure. And in fact, it wasn't one thing that made the difference. It never is. It was steady, unyielding curiosity paired with sheer determination that being broke as fuck was not my lot in life. Now, I could see tendrils of my wealthy as fuck life, like even if it was only in wisps and waves and on my best days and those moments that I could just really tune in and go like, okay, I'm visualizing. It's coming to me. I understand this. I feel the feelings. I'm in the place. I'm present. I'm in the moment. But it wasn't consistent. And it doesn't matter because I knew it was there. I knew it was possible. Just like I know that you know it's possible for you. What I want you to hear right now is that you are not where you are in life because you're a failure. But you're where you are in life because you also haven't been set up for success, especially when it comes to money. Financial institutions like to make money seem really complicated, and it isn't. Societal conditioning makes it seem like you're a complete failure if you're not living in a big fancy house and driving 14 fancy cars and taking exclusive fancy vacations. And you're not, and that isn't everyone's idea of wealth, by the way. Wealthy as fuck is about money. Wealthy as fuck is about wealth. But most importantly, wealthy as fuck is about you. It's about decoupling yourself from decades of broken programming and old stories that have been keeping you stuck in a stupid loop. It's about letting go of what isn't working instead of beating yourself up that if you just did it more, somehow it would work. It's about reclaiming your power in your life and learning how to wield it and to use it to shape and craft and create your life with intention. So wealthy as fuck is about money. Yes, of course. I'll share the best of the best when it comes to understanding money, leveraging its powers, and building toward a long-term life-giving wealth. Because I believe that that is our right, that is our purpose, that is our intention. But what it's really about, behind the money, behind the wealth, behind the release, it's about you returning to yourself. Because when you do, you unlock the greatest asset that you will ever know. And that asset is you. So today marks day one of Wealthy as Fuck finally being open for enrollment. And I am inviting you, of course, to join me inside to say yes to learn about money. And also, much more importantly, to become the most amazing, unstoppable, unfuckwithable version of you the world has ever seen. The doors have opened today. I'm so freaking excited to have you say yes and to join me inside. And I honestly can hardly wait to hear about the transformation and the shifts and the changes and just the most amazing increase that you start experiencing in your life. The URL is in the show notes, so go on and click the button. And now, let me give you just a tiny bit of the tactical. Wealthy as Fuck comes with lifetime access. So when you enroll today, you get instant access
to the program, you'll get the intro weeks. I think there's 2 intro modules, plus access to week 1 right away. You get access to the bonus modules. So there's some very juicy bonus modules. I will tell you more about those another day. And you can learn either via video. Goodness gracious, my words are running out on me. You can learn by video. And there's also, this is actually pretty recent. So this has only happened since the last time the doors have opened. There is now a private podcast feed that is the audio version of Wealthy as Fuck. So if you like to listen while you're on the go, while you're driving to work, and you want to make it super duper easy, I have a private podcast feed for you. There are payment options. We will talk more about that later on in the week, but it is all for you on the enrollment page. So head on over to amyvanmeel.com/money or click the URL in the show notes and say yes. Say yes to come join me, be inside the program with me, join me for the experience, and oh my gosh, say yes to the upgraded reality that you're already creating, my love. I'm really excited to celebrate with you today, so I cannot wait to see you in there. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. If you loved what you heard today, be sure to share it with me by leaving a review on your favorite podcast platform and help me reach more like-minded people who are ready to expand their life. If you haven't yet followed me on social media, find me on Instagram for extra love and inspiration by following @AmyVanMeel or visit my website at amyvanmeel.com. I love you so much, babe, and I am damn proud of you. I am already excited to connect in the next episode. And in the meantime, believe in yourself with the confidence of a 5-year-old.